Welcome back to Just Us Thinking Aftershow. I'm Michael.
And I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Mikey.
And we have a good show, but first...
Do you like stories about haunted locations? Or maybe tales of cryptids and spooky folklore from around the world? If so, why not tune in to Haunted Escapes with Chris and Diane, where all this and more will be discussed. New episodes drop every Sunday, the visual versions the following Friday on YouTube. So why not come join us on our Haunted Escapes?
And back to our show here. I forgot who I was there for a minute.
I think you did. Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Well, I was trying to think of what I wanted to say here for the after show. I was
okay.
We covered a lot of games in the first one, so I'm like, oh yeah, video games.
Video games, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother world, isn't it?
I know.
It really is.
Now, you and Mikey used to play video games all the time, didn't you?
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What games did you like to play?
The big one was Wii Sports.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And
then,
Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers
For the Wii.
For the Wii.
For the Wii.
Yep.
Okay. That's pretty cool. So now if we're going to dive... So we went through the board game and we did, what, our top three?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to video games. Top three for video games. Mikey.
Let's see if he remembers them this time.
Yeah, let's see.
All right, so we got Minecraft.
Okay.
Well, that's an obvious one because
Yeah.
you play it all the goddamn time.
Love Minecraft.
Yep.
And then we have Call of Duty.
Okay.
Yep, Call of Duty is on your list
Oh,
here.
you forgot the second one.
So he hasn't gotten there yet. I think he did. Now he's trying to like play catch up. Like, what was that other one?
The problem is I have a lot of favorite video games.
Yeah.
Right. That's the problem. Is it does.
It like
This is I'll give you a hint. This is the one that you and Chris both like. You and Chris love this because he plays a song all the time.
Plants vs. Zombies.
Yep.
That one.
They
Yeah.
have a song.
Yeah. There's a zombie on my lawn. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ask Chris. He'll play it for you.
When you
Okay.
beat the game, they play a song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, the second one, when you beat it, they don't have the song. It sucks.
I think that pissed Chris off too.
Yeah,
So-
that angered me too.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I personally like the Garden Warfare.
The what?
The Garden Warfare.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
So do you know what Plants vs. Zombie is?
I mean, I kind of have an idea because I think I've seen you play it before.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So you plant like flowers and they kill the zombies that
Yeah.
come through. Okay.
Yeah, you have a bunch of these mutant plants that
Right.
kill these mutant zombies.
Yep.
All right.
So I don't know. I didn't realize you were into Call of Duty.
I didn't either.
I used to play a lot of Black Ops 3.
Oh.
Okay.
I mainly liked Black Ops 3 because of zombies.
Okay.
And then I used to play a bunch with my friend, and we'd do team deathmatch.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Okay. Rebecca, what are your you got your top three, right?
Yep. So I'm going to take this old school. I
Oh,
used
yeah.
to love the Bubble Bobble game.
Yep.
Oh, love that game. We used to like sit there. We'd like write down all the codes
Okay.
because you can go back to that level later, you know?
Right.
And then you could get like through like all like 100 levels or whatever it was.
I want to say that was like the first one that you could write down the level and then like resume back at that
yeah.
level.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Okay.
And then of course, who doesn't love Mario Brothers?
So now what all versions?
There's so many of them. Yeah. There's, I mean, I think of course the original is the best.
What original?
Okay, there's two originals.
Yeah.
But
Yes, there's the arcade version,
Yeah.
and then you have the one for the NES.
Right. Now
yeah.
Now it was Super Mario Brothers that was on the Nintendo.
okay, it was
Remember, you had the Mario and Luigi, and you could you had to jump up and knock the crabs upside
Yeah.
down, and then you got to kill them.
that one. Yeah, and you got the little
And the
question
little-
marks
And the no,
and the
there's
gold
no,
coins.
no,
Yeah,
no,
there are.
that's
No.
the incorrect version.
that's the incorrect version.
What?
You had one where it was like you had these like pipes, and you had these different platforms that you had to
Yeah.
jump up and
yeah,
like-
which one was that?
That was Mario Brothers.
That was Mario Brothers for the arcade.
Right.
You have the NES version, which was called Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah. well, I played both, so yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Because you had the 2 pipes on the top, and they would come in, and you work together to like kill all the ones that are coming out of the pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you took too long, the fireball started chasing your ass around the screen.
Oh,
Yeah. See. So Mario Brothers, and then
Yep.
what?
I always liked Zelda too.
So now, did you like original Zelda, or did you like when they went into like the Link? And,
The original. Me and my
okay.
I remember playing that with my brother all the time.
I don't like the new one because it's free roam and it's
Yeah.
open version. Don't
Yeah.
like it.
So, well, there was more than just the new ones, because there's like the Arcadia of Time. There's original, which is like
I love Ocarina.
it's dangerous out there. You take this weapon
Yeah.
as a wooden sword.
The little like flashy sword.
Yeah. Do you remember like finding like the little cracks in the wall and then like setting a bomb
Yeah.
to find the
Oh.
heating areas?
And then
Yep.
it was like, this is supposed to be a secret.
Yep.
And it's like,
Yep.
nobody's supposed to find this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved that.
That was like the first gambling game I played, because it was like a you had to pick like the cards and stuff. Remember? Yeah, there's like
There
you
were
pick
cards?
Yeah, there's places where you go there and you could get
Oh,
do you remember
yeah.
those?
Yeah, I
and you
remember
like
those
you
now.
had to like to pick 3. It was like pick something, and you pick it, and depending on you get coins or whatever it was.
Yeah, okay.
Coins, rubies, and whatever it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Old school shit.
Old
Okay.
school. And, I also remember Frogger.
I
used to love
did
Frogger.
love me some Frogger.
Frogger.
Pitfall was one of my favorites
Yeah.
too.
Doug Doug. Dig Dug.
Dig Dug was what? That's arcade though.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Sorry.
no.
I got off track.
Yeah, for video games for me, see, you guys went more console. I went more computer.
Yeah. What was that other one? Oh, I remember playing the one on my old computer on the floppy disk all the time.
Well, if you're talking like, and you, well, how about you speak into the mic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shut
tell
up.
me shit. What? Well, okay, we're gonna get there. Let me go through
Okay.
mine here.
Okay. Sorry.
So, WoW, which is World of Warcraft,
Okay.
World of Tanks.
Yeah.
That was the tank version, and then of course I love GTA.
What is that one?
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh. Okay.
No, I used to. I that originally started on the computer.
Really?
Did it?
That was originally on the computer, and then it went into the console games, and I followed it over to the console because I played in San Andreas.
Oh, San Andreas. Was
Yep.
San Andreas the first one to be console?
No, I think there's one more before. I think there was Vice City and San Andreas are the 2 that I played over on the console side,
Okay.
and then there was GTA 5 and so on down the road.
Okay.
I remember that. There was also like EverQuest Online and things of that nature as well. Now, if you're talking like old school computer games, that's
Yeah.
a whole nother ball game.
Oh yeah.
Oregon Trail. Loved Oregon Trail. I don't know why I loved it.
Yeah. I don't remember. I don't think it was that one, but I can't remember what it was now.
There's a lot of old school computer games
I'm
that
gonna
you
have
can
to
play.
like go look this up now. Dang it.
Oregon Trail was awesome.
Yeah.
I always liked it because you'll get you don't diss Terry.
Yeah.
You diss Terry, he'll kill you.
You're dead.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the Oregon Trail. There was a lot of like the old. God, there was a bunch of. There was also there was a series called Zork Mist. Zork was fun. Oh my God, it was like you had to like go through and do like. Do you remember that?
No. What would you consider like? Do you remember Sin City?
You're talking
Or
like Sims.
Sim City.
Sim City, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one too. I used to. Was that
You know,
a video game or?
That was on that. You're right. That was on that started on a floppy disk.
Okay.
Because you had like it was Sim Coaster, Sim, all of those.
Yeah.
Even before that though, Where in the World was Carmen Sandiego.
Oh yeah.
God, I love that. When you progress, I remember the first time I progressed.
Yeah.
And this is how old I am. Sorry, people. That is that you had the floppy disk in, and it'll say you got to the point where it says you go to disc 2.
Just 2. Yep.
You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy that now all these games are like on one CD or one DVD.
Yeah.
When we had floppies, and there was some games that I had that had like 5 different floppies. Mm-hmm. As you progress, you got to get different floppies in there.
Yeah, and now you have like the whole entire game on one disc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you can add a DLC if they have a DLC on there.
Well, here's the thing with this too. We have a mini Nintendo in there that has like 2,000 games on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
That we never play.
Right. Well,
Well, I've played it.
yeah, we played it a few times.
A few times, yeah.
We played it a few times, and then like
You made Paperboy with me.
it's great. But now I would.
It's actually kind of hard to play on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wires are too short.
Yeah.
You have to like sit right up
Yeah.
and close personal with it.
Yeah.
Well, and that's where when I build a little bit more, a little better game room here, I'm thinking I would like to make that where it's a little easier to use. Maybe run the cords longer to the TV so you can sit further back.
Oh.
So I'm thinking positioning that stuff where I could like hide the cords, but have the game consoles closer to you because the cords are so short.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's pretty cool. Now, let's go a little bit to arcade games.
Oh yeah, gotta love those arcade games.
So we do like our arcade games.
Oh
now,
yeah.
The good news is we have the Beercade,
Yeah.
and we do like the Beercade. Dave and Buster's is a good. I think that's where you fell in love with a certain game there. It was at Dave and Buster's when we first played it.
Was it Dave and Buster's or
It was Dave
it
and Buster's.
Beercade?
It was
It
Dave
was
and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's, and then we found the different version at Beercade.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll go. Mikey, go. We'll let you go first since you're going first on all these.
Okay. It was Donkey Kong.
Yep.
Like Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Space Invaders.
Yep. Space Invaders.
And I always forget the third one.
I know. What is the deal here?
Third one is not memorable.
Yes, it
Apparently.
is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Miss Pac-Man.
There you
Yeah.
go. So why those?
I like Donkey Kong because it was like
That's Mario,
it's kind of Mario. It's Jumpman, but still,
Yeah.
right?
it's still the Mario aspect.
Right.
I like Space Invaders because it was kind of like a cool little shooter in space,
Okay.
just like that. And I don't really know why. I guess I like. I like the original Pac-Man, but
That was naked.
I thought Miss Pac-Man was a little bit harder.
It was
I thought
different.
Yeah.
I thought the ghosts like were speed up a lot faster than Pac-Man did.
It could. Okay. What were yours? I know your first one. It's Pac-Man.
Pac-Man,
It's-
of course.
And the arcade version of that is now the 4-person.
Yeah, they have the 4-player one where you can like battle each other.
Right. So you love that one.
I love that
Okay.
one. Pretty much any kind of pinball. I love pinball.
I do too, but I don't know. I don't know. I like pinball, but then I also it seemed like every time I got to start playing with a pinball, one of the flappers didn't work
Oh,
right
yeah.
for me, and it just pissed me off. And like every time I'd get that machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then of course my last favorite is skee ball. Like I love going to like the Amazing Pizza Machine
Or Chuck E.
Dave-
Cheese.
Yeah, and just playing skee ball.
That's why I racked up a lot of my tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
I've played
and
a
then
lot
they
of
stopped
skee-ball
giving
too.
tickets out for that.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that and it's all gone, to your card now, which sucks.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, I hate not getting a ticket.
Well, it's like we're going paperless, so
I know, but
that's
it
where
sucks.
society. Now it's all on a card. It's not the same. Of like, do you remember like you felt like the shit when you had like that handful of tickets?
Oh, yeah.
and everybody watched you go to the machine
Yeah.
or
Like,
watch
we
you go
used
to the
have-
top.
We used to have Family Fun Center out here. I remember the original one on like 72nd and Dodge.
Oh yeah, then they
And-
moved it.
Yeah, then they moved it and then it closed. But I used to love that place.
Well, before it closed, they went mostly to like mini golf and like the laser tag, didn't they? They
I
completely
don't
changed
remember.
their.
Yeah, they changed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it changed really, really bad.
Yeah.
because we had a family fun center and they had the miniature, they had the mini golf, and they had like the outdoor mini golf in San Diego, and then then they had the arcade.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember. Yeah, I remember that. That was always fun. My arcade games was, and I consider these kind of the same game, even though they're different. Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I liked both of those, and I did have my favorite characters in those series.
Yeah.
That's what I liked to play when I was out with my friends.
Right. Okay.
Joust holds a very, very special memory for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Joust was so when my mother and father were divorced. Okay. There was a meeting point that my mother would drive me to the meeting point. It was Noggles.
Okay.
I remember the name of it. It was called Noggles. It was a Mexican restaurant. Okay.
Okay.
My father would come into town. That they had a set time that they meet, and that it was they handed me off to the other parent for there.
Yeah.
That's because they couldn't get along because too many things happened.
Yeah.
Anytime we went, we tried to do it at the house.
Okay.
So, we had to do it in public. They would behave in public.
Yeah.
And that's where Joust was. So when I'd go there, while waiting, I got to play Joust.
Oh. Okay.
And I used to love that little bird flapping around. Man, I love that. Now, that also, right next to Joust, was Qbert.
Oh yeah, I loved Qbert too.
So those are the reason that I remember every weekend playing those two games, like clockwork. And I remember getting changed so I could go up there and play.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they were my transition games, so I knew when I got to play those games, I had to transition to the other parent.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know. I want to say a lot of my shit's from trauma. Jesus.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I like, there's a lot of, I don't know, I remember going to the arcades a lot. I used to love, now there are not very many arcades around.
There's not very many. Yeah. We used to have one. There used to be one in the South Roads Mall, like the lower level.
Oh, I remember that when we first moved here, they had that.
Huh?
When we first moved here, the mall, because it's a 3-level mall, right?
No, it's only 2 levels.
I thought it was 3 level. There's a top level, a second level, and then had like a smaller.
I think you're thinking of Crossroads.
That might have been Crossroads.
Yeah.
They had an arcade down there when I first moved here. Okay, that's what I was thinking about.
Okay, yeah. No, the South Roads is in Bellevue.
So, how much do you think you've ever spent on video game or in like an arcade?
Ooh, I don't remember. It's been a long time. Well, I mean,
a lot of money.
A lot, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually know in a weekend in Vegas, I spent about $300 in video games.
Wow.
Holy cow.
So, and I know that because my father told me. So there was a casino. We went to Vegas. Okay. Now I was a kid.
Oh.
So I couldn't I couldn't go play the adult games.
Yeah.
So we went to this, it was a casino there. It was called the Mint.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
I still somewhere have a few of their poker
Coins.
chips.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I still have a poker chip or two from there. It's gone. It's long gone. That's old Vegas.
Yeah.
But I remember going there, and I remember my father giving me money and saying, go to the arcade. And I would play, he would go gamble, and I would go to the arcade.
Nice.
And it was funny because it was interesting to see who lost more money first.
So you're gambling in the kid way. He's gambling with the adult.
Right. So, I mean, am I dying a lot in there and like getting my ass kicked in Street Fighter or that kind of stuff? Or, am I dying and then, sure enough, there's been a few times that like I was out of money. So I'm like looking around the casino. I'm like, and then of course the casino people are like, you're not supposed to be in here. I'm like, looking for my dad. He's like, where is he got? Like, he plays blackjack. And sure enough, they'd go get him. So there's a few times I like pulled him away because I was out of money, and then if he wanted to go back and play, he'd come back. Here's $100, go play.
There you go.
You know, and
Nice.
it was kind of cool. And there's been a few times where I was like in there playing video games, and he's like, "Let's go, we're gonna go to dinner." I'm like, "I'm still playing." Like, so I don't know. I just I like that. I remember going up to the local 7-Eleven and them having, and me and my buddies would go up there, and we'd have like Street Fighter Wars up there.
Yeah.
And just go up there and like people would I remember sitting there and I'd be in player one spot and I'd have challengers come up and put quarters on there and challenge me, and then if anybody knocked me out, they'll take over and I'd have to go in the rotation.
Yep.
It was badass. Arcade games, they don't do that anymore.
They don't.
They're not
yeah.
the same anymore.
Yeah, no.
Nah, they kind of just like, if there's a line, they just kind of like leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's a few arcades that I didn't get into. I could not get into the Dance Dance Revolution crap or anything like that.
Nope. Not for me.
Yeah. That was exercise to me. And I'm like, this feels like you're going to the gym or a treadmill. It didn't seem. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people out there that could really, shake their ass.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Holy crap!
I just can't dance.
Right. So I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
You know what I miss going to are the batting cages.
Did you go to the batting cages?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. I couldn't. Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
I could
I
see-
miss those. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Oh.
I remember the batting cages because that was the Family Fun Center had that, and then they had the Family Fun Center was pretty cool because they had a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Now they had, and it really depends because generally you always talked. I always talked my parents in there, and of course Tiffany always talked me in to go play miniature golf.
Yep.
There was some that, depending on which Family Fun Center you went to, then they had bumper boats.
Oh, yeah.
They had the NASCAR or the
Little racetrack.
racetrack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was that. I will tell you, there was one place, and it's where you could it was the only place where we used to be able to go get Jolt Cola. And if you think soda now has a lot of sugar, this thing, like, you drink one of these and you are wired.
Oh, wow. Ugh.
Like, and then they came out with Double Jolt. Me and Brian used to go to the place. I can't remember the name of it. It was a virtual world. Mm-hmm. We would go play Mech Wars there. So they have these little pods that we actually got into, and then you controlled a mech, and you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was very cool. It's not something that's done anymore, but you actually had. I mean, you sat in a pod, and you had all the controls. You had the screens around you, and it was. Now you had to, I think it was called Virtual World or Virtual City or something like that. And you would go in there and you would say, yeah, I would like to play, 5 games. And then you had like assigned numbers. It almost reminds me of laser tag. So you had a team,
yeah.
you had that kind of stuff.
Oh.
But you weren't team. But you always shot for, where you positioned yourself with killing other mechs. So if you died, you'd respawn after a certain period of time. And then whoever died the most or whoever got the most damage, that kind of stuff. But you were literally in a pod. You were, it felt like you were in a car, kind of. You're like in a single seat car. I want to say the thing was probably about the size of, maybe about the size of a smart car, actually. No shit.
Wow.
Wow.
We loved it. We had our nicknames. So when we went there, we had our nicknames that we went off of. And it was badass. That world doesn't exist anymore.
They don't make them like they used to.
No. Now, I will tell you, there's a few things. Have you seen that, have you seen that gamer's chair that you can get for your house now?
No.
Oh my God. It's
all like ego or egg or what do they call it?
what?
Egg what is it? The
Economical.
Yeah, or
Economical.
not economical.
What?
Ergonomical or something.
No, this is not. This has like where you sit in the chair. So you sit in the chair and you push a button. Now the chair will rotate all kinds of different directions.
Oh, wow.
It has 3 screens that come down on you. Now it's expensive as hell. It almost reminds me of like it's like you sit down and it has like a scorpion tail that comes over you to pull down the monitors, and like to get up you could push a button, the monitors go up. I mean it's
God.
like where you could get immersed in there.
That is dumb.
Now it's expensive as hell.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I want
that's
one.
Crazy.
I don't even know where I'd put one if I had
know.
one. I don't have room for that shit.
No, you don't.
I would like if I was rich, yeah. Now, since we're on video games,
Okay.
I will tell you, as a child, there was a TV show on that was my dream home when it came to this shit. Do you remember any show that had that?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't remember the name.
It was the dad was such into games and playing that even the kid was like, I'm over these games. Silver Spoons. You don't remember Silver Spoons?
No.
Friggin' you walked into this kid's mansion and the dad was some type of like genius game designer or whatever he was.
No.
And he had this kid, and then they literally had a train that went through their whole house. So you could sit like a riding train, like a little you could sit on the train big enough for his dad to sit on and hit the button, and it'll drive him all through the house.
Wow.
That's cool.
And like he had I remember his buddies would come over and they he had his house was an arcade.
Oh, wow.
That's
You don't
cool.
remember Silver Spoons?
No.
Oh my God, that was. If anybody doesn't know what it is, just go. There's a couple pilot episodes. It was as a kid, I was like that. When I grow up, that's what I want my house to be. And then reality sat in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I've got a lot of video games, but now they just I'm like, I don't have time to play all this shit.
Right.
I want to. Don't get me wrong. There's so much shit I want to do, but life takes over.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of the point of this episode a little bit is, there's a lot of, sometimes you just got to make room to do some of this old stuff again.
Yeah. Just do something a little fun.
No, you don't have to do it every day. You don't,
Right.
but like maybe once a week, once a month, whatever, make time for it. I want to say.
That's a good PC or PSA out there.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do too. Kids play games.
Yeah.
Adults need that a little bit too.
Yeah,
Adults
we do.
need to just, you want to sometimes strangle a coworker.
Yeah.
So you know what? Go beat up a hooker in GTA.
Yeah.
Call her Karen or whatever you want to call her and kick her ass.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then, I don't know. It's I guess it's a good stress reliever. So
Yeah, it would be.
now don't go beat up Karen in the office because she didn't really mean she doesn't mean anything, right? But you could beat her up in a video game.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
So Chun-Li, who she was probably one of my first crushes.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, the way she kicked those legs and that little spin that she did.
You had a video game crush. That's
Oh
wild.
yeah, well, it was her, and I will tell you I did. I really liked her. Chun-Li was just
There's
her.
no way.
Laura Croft was up there too.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
And I will tell you, one of the biggest video game upsets in the world, Sam from Metroid. Do you remember Metroid?
Uh-huh. Zero Suit Samus. Ugh.
Yep, that was a female character.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Oh yeah, I loved Metroid. Metroid was at one point one of my favorite games. That and Striker was another one. I loved Ninja Gaiden, but it pissed me off.
I would love to play Metroid.
Metroid is one of my favorites, and when I found out that's a girl, I was like, "Oh damn!" One of my favorite characters is a girl character.
Yo,
You didn't know because she always wore the suit.
her suit is built like a man.
Well, that's the thing. armor back in the Middle Ages, if you're wearing armor, they didn't it's not like video game armor. They didn't say, oh, this is girl armor, so we're going to give her boobs.
Well, yeah.
They didn't do that back then. That's actually a stupid idea for real armor. So the Metroid that's a spacesuit. Everybody looks the same in a spacesuit. That's what made it so great.
That's true.
And then when you at the end when she took off her and you saw her hair come out, you're like, oh, I'm in love. That's what it was. It's like,
wow,
That's insane.
that's crazy.
Listen, that game had you questioning your sexuality. Oh. I'm not shitting you. That had you questioning your sexuality because you loved the character, and then all of a sudden, as a girl, you're like, but dude, that was a dude. I thought that was a dude.
The only reason I know...
I could be gay for that one.
The only reason I know Zero Suit Samus is a girl is because of Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of looped in a bunch of characters for that. So.
Right. What was the other one? It was Mega Man.
Oh, Mega Man.
Oh yeah, I
see?
remember those. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Mega Man's awesome. Sonic the Hedgehog.
What the fuck are we thinking?
Oh my god, how did we miss Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
I don't know. Wow.
Well, what is it? What's Bandicoot?
Oh, Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot, yeah. See?
Oh.
And then, of course, you're going to talk into Mario Kart racing and all that, too.
Mario Kart.
Now, we were just talking about that yesterday with...
we were. Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, so we're going to get it for the Switch for you.
And you're like, we'll just download it. I'm like, no, I want a physical copy.
See?
I like the
I'm
physical
rubbing
copy.
off on him. That was me. He's using my word. That's me. That's mini me right there. I want the physical copy. No shit.
Because if you accidentally delete it or something, then that's
Yeah.
all of your progress erased.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you have the actual cartridge, the only way that it'll become erased is if you say, yes, I want to delete this data.
Okay.
So I guess we got to make a stop to GameStop to go get the copy, and then I think we're going to try and play with your sister, right?
Yes.
Can you still play multiplayer?
Yeah, so it's this cool thing where it's you can get friend codes and everything, and then you can go to an online play, and you can share each other's.
So how many people can play? Can the three of us play with Tiffany and Austin, or can you play with her, but because you're playing the game, we can't play there?
I don't know how many people can play online. I think it's it either has to be I think it has to be your own Switch. I think.
Okay.
Well, I mean, but no. So we can't all have a. I mean, well, I guess we could all have a Switch, but I mean, if we have a Switch for
out $400, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember the 4 screens on the TV, and you pray you had a big enough TV to see, And then it was my problem. The only problem I have with that split screen is there was a point, and everybody's done it. Everybody's done it.
You look at the wrong one.
You were looking at the wrong one, and you thought you were doing great, and then you realize you're the retarded idiot in the corner.
Or if you play split screen with Call of Duty or Halo, they'll call you out for screen peeking.
Oh, really?
Because you're not supposed to look at the other. If you're in a single match, if it was me and Austin, and we were on, and we're just battling one-on-one, you're technically not supposed to do that because that's cheating to find out where the other person is.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. So
That's crazy.
I don't know. I like this episode because this is a lot of reminiscing for me, I guess.
Yeah.
I just love talking about video games.
Yeah. I think we do too. I think we like it. I really think we need to play some more.
Yeah.
So,
I would agree.
All right.
Yep.
Well, if you like what we do, we like what we say, or you like our weird topics here, you could always like us on Facebook, Instagram. We're also on X.
Yep. And then you can listen to us on iHeart, Spotify, Apple, Samsung, YouTube Music, and pretty much any podcast player.
There's a ton of them out there, and we're on there. So, and now we're also on YouTube. We're on Rumble.
Yes, we are.
For those are our video platforms. Mm-hmm. You can listen to us and watch our videos on there. And then, of course, we post on TikTok as well.
We do, yep.
So, good. This is a good little stroll down that path. I like that. So
I liked it too. It was a good one.
All right. Good show?
Good show.
Mikey, good show?
Great show.
All right. This is going to be one of his favorites. So
It is.
he was right up his alley. He's like, I can talk about video games.
I know. He's like,
Absolutely.
I never got into like Minecraft or anything. That's like
Yeah.
building and tearing apart.
Well,
Yeah.
you don't. I rarely see you play building games.
Yeah, I've never been like a Lego person either.
No, because
you
we
weren't. Oh, yeah, you
No.
weren't.
Yeah, well, you guys, because I'll buy them. I liked what you guys are building, but I'm like, yeah, you guys build it. I don't do that kind of crap.
I love building.
Yeah,
I love
see.
building the Legos.
I wasn't ever really into that. I tear something apart in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Putting it back together was always my problem. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that was a good show. So, all right. I think that's we'll end it on that one. I'm good with that.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Ooh. Welcome to the Bell Witch Podcast, a show that covers the infamous legend of the historic Bell Witch haunting in southern United States in the 19th century, where the Bell family experienced frightening happenings within their home. Hang on a second. No, that's the wrong Bell Witch. This is a podcast about being a witchy pagan in the 21st century, airing bi-weekly, with different guests on each month sharing their pearls of wisdom and gems of knowledge from their very own witchy businesses. I call it a moot loot. Here we cover a wide range of pagan and witchcraft related topics, from sigils, spells and spirits to Reiki rituals and pagan parenting while camping in the Bell tent named Delilah. It's got nothing to do with the Bell Witch from the 19th century in Tennessee that scared people to death in a little townhouse, which may or may not be true. Pretty cool story, but yeah, it's the wrong Bell Witch. This Bell Witch podcast is brought to you by Swales, the friendly green witch from Leeds, UK. A northern witch with a strong Yorkshire accent, a love of all things weird, spooky, magical, and a smelly dragon named Dave. So tune in every 2 weeks for a sprinkling of Yorkshire magic. Listen to the Bell Witch podcast with me, Swales, a friendly green witch, wherever you get your podcasts.